Milk has been a dietary staple for centuries, especially in Europe, India, and North America, touted for its nutrients like protein, fat, and calcium. In the late 20th century, the Got Milk advertising campaign sold the idea of milk as nutrition at its finest with the aid of celebrity spokespeople. Milk became a beverage that supposedly makes champion athletes and top musicians. But is it essential? A growing number of milk health studies suggest that consuming dairy may come with health risks, and according to dietitians, you can get all of the nutrients that make cow's milk healthy from vegan sources. You can easily obtain calcium and vitamin D from plant-based sources. Here are some reasons why humans don't necessarily need milk. Number 1. You don't need milk for strong bones. Cow's milk contains calcium, vitamin D, and phosphorus, 3 nutrients that are commonly associated with bone health. Calcium also helps with heart, muscle, and nerve function. Your body cannot produce calcium alone, so it must be obtained from food and supplements. Calcium can come from an array of plant-based sources. Calcium can be found in fortified tofu, leafy greens, almonds, and broccoli. There are chia seeds, which can be added to a lot of different products. A lot of plant-based milk and orange juice are fortified with calcium as well. Phosphorus, the second most abundant mineral in the human body, can also be found in plant-based foods, including legumes, nuts, seeds, tomatoes, cauliflower, asparagus, and whole grains such as wheat, oats, rye, and vital wheat gluten, the primary ingredient in seitan. Number 2. You can get vitamin D from vegan sources. Vitamin D regulates the absorption of calcium and phosphorus, plus it aids in proper immune system function. But a lot of the sources, salmon, egg yolks, and cow's milk, aren't vegan. Did you know? Cow's milk doesn't naturally contain vitamin D, it's added in. Some vegan sources of vitamin D include fortified plant-based milk. Mushrooms that have been exposed to light contain small amounts of vitamin D, but it may not be as bioavailable as other sources. Unfortunately, most fortified cereals contain vitamin D made from lanolin, an ingredient from sheep's wool. The same goes for fortified orange juice. Apart from fortified plant-based milk, vitamin D can be obtained from at least 30 minutes of sunlight or vegan supplements. Number 3. Plant-based fat is better for your heart. Eating a lot of full-fat dairy products could raise your risk of heart disease. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, which followed 43,000 men and 117,000 women, studied the association between dairy consumption and heart disease throughout a couple of decades. The findings found that consuming vegetable fats or polyunsaturated fats lowers the risk of heart disease more than a diet rich in dairy or other animal-based fats. These results suggest that dairy fat is not an optimal type of fat in our diets. Although one can enjoy moderate amounts of full-fat dairy such as cheese, a healthy diet pattern tends to be plant-based and low in saturated fat, said Frank Hu, senior author of the study. Number 4. Lactose intolerance is more common than you think. It's estimated that 60 to 70% of the global population has some degree of lactose intolerance. A dairy allergy can cause several unpleasant afflictions, including skin reactions like acne and eczema, digestive troubles like constipation and diarrhea, and difficulty breathing. When replacing cow's milk with a plant-based alternative, look for a variety that contains both calcium and vitamin D. Number 5. Milk may increase the risk of certain cancers. A causal link has been established between the regular consumption of dairy products and a higher risk of prostate cancer, the third most common cause of death among men. Research has also shown that whole milk consumption raises the risk more than low-fat milk. Conversely, a plant-based diet may reduce your risk of prostate cancer. A high intake of high-fat dairy products is associated with a higher risk of ovarian cancer. However, it's important to note that one's risk of cancer is influenced by several factors, including genetics, environmental influences, and diet. Number 6. Quitting milk could improve your skin. Evidence suggests that eating dairy products can cause acne, according to a 2020 study published in the American Journal of Clinical Dermatology. Experts speculate that this may be because whey increases insulin-like growth factor 1 levels. Dairy products are also a known trigger for the skin condition eczema, whose symptoms include red to brownish-gray patches of dry, itchy skin. A well-balanced vegan diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, nuts, and seeds can provide all the essential nutrients needed for optimal health without the need for dairy products. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.